Hi everyone, this is Kenya. I'm back with a week one update on my weight loss journey. For those of you who watched the first video, you know that I'm doing a combination of different things to try to lose about 50 pounds. I am following the Cinderella Solution meal plan. In addition to that, I started last week getting lipotropic injections, and I started on an appetite suppressant in conjunction with that called phentermine. So I wanted to give you guys an update on if I have lost any weight and if I have experienced any side effects or just seeing any type of effects from anything. So, to cut to the chase, yes, I have lost weight. I have lost, as of today, 6 pounds um, in a 7 day period, which I feel like is excellent. I'm really excited about the weight loss. It was really inspiring to me to get up every morning and lose about a pound a day. So, I also was taking measurements, and the areas that I was taking measurements in were my waist, my hips, my thighs, and my lower stomach, because those are what I consider my most problem areas. And so I lost an inch off of my waist, an inch off of my hips, about 2.5 inches off of my thighs, and about an inch off my lower stomach. Um, in addition to that, I entered into phase two of the Cinderella Solution. So if you were able to look at the guide and purchase that program, I finished the first 2 weeks and now I'm in the second phase, which is called the launch phase. So I started that portion of the meal plan yesterday. To talk a little bit about the side effects that I experienced, within the first 24 hours, the main noticeable side effect was this kind of overall vitamin taste after getting lipotropic injection. So, probably like an hour after I left the doctor's office, up until 24 hours later, I was just having like a metallic taste in my mouth, as well as my body just smelled like vitamins. So anytime I would go to the restroom or if I would go outside and start sweating, it just seemed like the smell was just coming out of my pores. And so that was a little bothersome, but I am aware that the injection is mostly compounded of B12. So I mean, I guess that's to be expected. And the metallic taste faded as well. It wasn't anything that was too bothersome. It was just a little noticeable. Um, Another main side effect that I've had that I feel like is a result of the lipotropic injections is constipation. So nobody likes to deal with that, but that was something that they actually warned me about. So, in order to kind of alleviate some of that discomfort, I've just been trying to drink as much water and fluids as possible, especially a lot of the fluids that are recommended on the Cinderella solution plan. So, a lot of green teas, herbal teas, ginger, lemon, things like that, as well as just my normal water throughout the day. So that has definitely helped with my digestion. Um, Another side effect that I know was from the lipotropic injection was I had irritation at the injection site. And guys, I'm just looking down because I'm looking at my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. But yeah, I had irritation at the injection site. So it really looked and felt just like a humongous mosquito bite. And like it was tolerable but uncomfortable. So eventually I ended up getting like some Benadryl ointment to rub on there, and so that irritated me probably for about 3 days. Like it was getting better as each day progressed, but it was bothersome for about 3 days. So hopefully if you guys get this, you do not have any type of skin reaction to it. I didn't have any other symptoms of like an allergic reaction. Like, I mean, my throat wasn't itchy and no other area was itchy. I didn't have difficulty breathing or heart palpitations. That's something that they were warning me about. So I didn't experience any of that. So it was literally just irritation where they did the shot. Um, some side effects that I have noticed that I feel like are related to the appetite suppressant phentermine. Um, I definitely had dry mouth, which led to like dry gagging. And I think I mentioned that in my first video that that was one of the reasons why I stopped taking it the first time. And so, w- with their advice, when I went to the office this time and kind of explaining why I got off of the program the first time, they recommended that I just do half a dose if it starts to just feel like it's too strong of an appetite suppressant. And so that's what I did, probably starting the second or third day. I just started breaking it in half. Because the dry mouth gets really intense, especially if you're not staying hydrated. And then also, the appetite suppressant for me is so strong that, like, I literally don't get hungry. Like, I'm not thinking about food at all. And so, I think the combination of the dehydration plus not having anything on your stomach, it like almost just makes you nauseous on top of you have like cotton mouth. And so you start coughing, which induces the gagging. And so for me, like I said, I've been trying to just stay hydrated. I cut the pill in half, and so I'll take half in the morning, and then if I need the other half, because I'm starting to have cravings in the afternoon, I'll take the second half in the afternoon. And then on top of that, I have tried to make sure this time that I'm staying on some sort of schedule. So, as I stated before, my fast typically ends around 12:30 to 1 o'clock p.m. So that's when I eat my first meal. And then I'm trying to make sure that I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours. So whether that be a snack or lunch, and of course, dinner. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on the clock to make sure too much time hasn't gone past. So it may be helpful for you guys to kind of, either set an alarm or just keep some sort of regimen so that you can keep up with how much water you've been drinking and how often you've been eating. So, that was definitely one, I would say the number one irritant with the phentermine. But I mean, I think I pretty much have a regimen down now, so it's not bothering me nearly as much. Um, One other negative side effect that I have been experiencing, and I do not know what to attribute this to, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. Um, it's been twice that I've experienced like just an extreme headache, and I'm not somebody that gets headaches. I get them rarely, so whenever I do, it's always really concerning to me. So I just had like a headache in the middle of the day and started just feeling lightheaded. And again, probably in the last 3 weeks, that has happened to me twice now. So, really, what I have attributed this to is my body detoxing. Like I said, the Cinderella Solution, if you look at that meal plan and the foods that are on there, I mean, it's really clean eating. So, I know that a symptom of detoxing can be headaches, nausea, fatigue, things like that. And it's never been something that has lasted a long time. Probably about 2 hours without medicine. This last time I ended up just taking some Tylenol, but um, it passes, and I really just think it's my body kind of ridding itself of toxins and adjusting to my new eating habits. So I'm not too concerned about it. But if you experience that and you're concerned about it, maybe it may be worth mentioning to your doctor. When I go back, I'm probably going to mention all of these things just to make sure that everything is normal. And let's see. One last side effect that I did have that I don't know if I should put it in the positive or negative category. I've been cold recently. Um just in general. Like all day long, I am just a lot colder or susceptible to being cold in my house than I normally have. And it's so different for me because ever since I've had my son, I have had hot flashes. I have been just typically hot. So I keep the air really low, like 68, highest 70. But as of recently, I mean, I literally have been turning the air off completely or keeping it at like that 74, 75 range. Walking around the house in blankets, fuzzy socks, all of it, because I've actually been cold. Now, I do know that part of the Cinderella solution their purpose for the foods that have been selected and the times of day for which you can eat certain foods. It's supposed to be targeted towards women who are over 25 who um, pretty much need a hormonal adjustment. So the foods are supposed to help your body regulate its hormones naturally. So honestly, that's why I say I'm not sure whether I should put that in the positive or negative category. I know that for the past couple years, me overheating and getting hot flashes, I know that that's attributed to hormones. Um, in a negative way. So maybe this is my body again adjusting and kind of having the opposite effect until everything levels out. So I'm kind of welcoming it for a change, not just being hot all the time. Um, so that's one thing. And then the most positive thing that has come from this is just a vibrant energy. So the first couple days after I got the injection, I was going to bed probably at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning because my sleep schedule was all thrown up. And then I would wake up at like 7 a.m. ready to go. One day I went for a walk around the neighborhood. Another day I got up and did like a dance workout before my toddler woke up. And I was able to sit, enjoy a cup of tea or coffee, and just kind of get my day started. And I've noticed that even since then, it's not as powerful of a energy when I wake up, but it's a good energy that lasts throughout the day where I'm able to focus. Like I'm just a lot more focused on things that I have to get done. Like I'm in school right now, as well as I was still working from home, and I was just able to knock a lot of things off of my to-do list and just be very focused on the task. And to me, I just felt a lot more productive. And it hasn't been an energy like a caffeinated energy where you're jittery and you kind of feel like you're running on fumes, but you have this energy for some reason. It's not like that. It feels like a genuine, natural energy that I'm welcoming. So I would say that's the most positive thing because if you're somebody that struggles to find the energy to work out, to me, I feel like it's going to make it that much easier once I start back going to the gym and adding that into my plan. I think it's just going to be that much easier to have that extra throughout the day and not feel exhausted halfway through the day. So those are the main takeaways for this week. Yeah, I hope you guys continue to follow along. I'm not a doctor or medical professional, so I don't know how many questions I can really answer unless you have a question specific to what I'm doing. But I feel good. Everything is going well. And like I said, I'm the type of person that I need to see results in order to stay motivated. And so far, this has been working really well for me because whether I'm seeing the results on the scale or I'm seeing them in my measurements, or I'm seeing them in just how I feel overall, like with my digestive health and my level of energy. All of those are affirmations for me, and they keep me motivated day to day to kind of stick to my meal plan and keep doing what I'm doing. Um, so, so far, I feel good, and I can't wait to continue to show you guys my progress. Thanks.